How are you? You're welcome. How's everything? Thank God we are here again today to disseminate another powerful information in this video. So, how's everything? How is your wife? How is your spouse? How is your husband? How are your children? How is your whoever that wants to marry you and whoever you want to marry? I hope everything is doing well. Thank you very much. So, today, without wasting time, we are coming to do another wonderful video, another wonderful information so that it will help us in our relationship, in our marriage, whether we are into marriage already or we are about to enter into a marriage. And what is it? How prepared are you for the marriage? This time around is for the men. Already we have done that of a woman. Men out there, how prepared are you? Are you ready to take any shit from any woman? Listen and listen good. Those things that you hear that happen to other marriages, that happen to other men in their marriage, my dear, prepare to also see it in your own marriage. Now, if it comes to your own marriage, how prepared are you to resolve them? Are you the type that will say, oh, if this cannot, okay, some will say, God forbid, it will not happen to me. My dear, those that it is happening to, are they not creatures of God? So why should God forbid that it will not happen to you? Pray for the grace of God and the wisdom of God to enable you to handle it when it comes. That is why we are making this video. Prepare your mind for the worst. Prepare your mind for the worst. Prepare to take the shit from your wife. Are you the one that will say that, oh, the type that will say that, okay, I can never take this nonsense from my wife? If you are the type, it's better don't go into marriage. If there's anything you say that you cannot take from your wife, if it happens, you will throw your wife away. My dear, don't go into a marriage, because in marriage, things are going to be evolving. Things are going to be changing. You will see a woman you have married today, very good woman, good character, but when you marry her, you will see that you'll be noticing some changes in her. So when those changes come, are you going to throw her away? For instance, during courtship time, you've seen the woman that, oh, she's so quiet, so pious, so gentle. But suddenly, after maybe 10 years after marriage or 15 years after marriage, you will see her rebellious. You will see her not doing those things that she used to do before. So when that time comes, if at all you are unfortunate to witness such a thing in your marriage, will you throw her away? How prepared are you? Those ugly things you see in other people's marriages, you see in other people's homes, if they come to you, my dear husband, my fellow husband, how prepared are you? If you have not prepared your mind, if you have not told yourself that, okay, if this thing happens, okay, how am I going to do it? This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm not going to do it. If you have not started to work on yourself, please, after watching this video, and ensure you watch this video to an end. After watching this video, start now to imagine, assuming such a thing happens to me, how will I handle it? You hear that women can tie their husbands. If you don't do this one today, you will not go to any work. If you don't give me that money, you are not leaving this house. You will see yourself, because you know that your wife is gentle. For now, she can't do it. She doesn't, not that she cannot do it, she doesn't do it. You say that, God forbid, that woman that is doing it is terrible, is a bad woman. She needs to be punished. She needs to be kicked out of the house. My dear, that your wife is not doing does not mean that she cannot do it. She can do it. Yes, she can comfortably do it. Don't think that you're a tiger. Don't think that you're a tiger. She cannot do it. She can comfortably do it. Now the question is, when she does it, what can you do? What will you do at that moment? Will you slap her? Will you push her? That is when it takes to know who is a man. If you touch her at that moment, you are not a man, you are a coward. That's when you pray for wisdom. And mind you, the key word to this and the key solution to this is whatever a woman does, at that time she is doing it, never you react. My dear, if you don't know this, please know it now. The moment, the material time a woman is doing something that she has not done before, something that gets into your nerve, maybe she slaps you, she pushes you, she denies you of anything, sex, food, she doesn't do anything, maybe she doesn't wash your clothes, she doesn't welcome you well, she ties you by the neck, that time she is doing it, the real man, the strong man, the man with strength, a lion in the house, you know what he does? He remains numb. He remains motionless. He remains speechless. He remains inactive. When you remain like that, oh my God, you are the greatest, you are the strongest man. But the moment you raise your hand and land it on your wife, that moment she is on you. You are the worst coward. So are you prepared to do all these things? Or you are just, oh, I want to marry. You want to marry, you want to marry. Don't you know these are the things you are going to be facing? If you are the type that you watch your father beat your mother, my dear, don't bring that shit to your own marriage. Your father might have got away with it. You may not be lucky. Bam! On your wife. She slumps. Darling, honey, please, oh, please, wake up. Please, wake up. You would think she's acting. By the time you see blood, you see foam come out of her nose, her mouth, that's when you know that it is a strong man that remains motionless, inactive, when the woman is doing something that is choking you up. You will say, I've killed her. You have killed your wife. It will clear in your eyes. Or she packs and leaves that I can't take this anymore. You start to go and marry. Are you going to marry another woman? The woman that will also not be on your nerves? That is why. Prepare your mind to take any shit and ask yourself, how do you handle these critical moments? Should something like this I'm seeing in my neighbor happen to me? You see that your neighbor's wife slaps him. How are you going to handle it should it happen to you? Are you going to slap back? Coward, are you going to slap back? Strong man, are you going to stay inactive and wait? Maybe after some days, you call her to order. Maybe talk to her in a mannerful way or caution her seriously and warn her not to try it again. Are you going to adopt that? Or you are going to just attack her instantly? Please prepare your mind, my fellow man. When your wife denies you of your food, doesn't cook for you, do you now go and stop giving her money for feeding? If you try that, you are messing up. Keep funding the house. Keep giving her money. Time shall come when she will realize that she is messing up. But I advise you, don't go and start eating outside, because you may go and eat. If you are not the type that eats outside, don't go and do it. Find a way to survive. You can buy bread. You can buy it. You can make tea. You can just prepare anything. So long as you know that you cannot cook. I'm not advising you to start cooking when your wife has denied you of food. It is a huge division. Let any day she comes home, her mind comes home, let her continue to cook. If you start to cook, your wife will be cooking her own, you'll be cooking your own. My dear, that's a great division. Don't do that. Find a way as a strong man to survive. Buy all those snacks, light things, and eat. Drink garri, survive it. Don't start to cook separately. It is a division. We don't encourage that, and it is not good. Or she denies you of sex because she has denied you of sex because she is not happy with a situation or she is undergoing one thing or the other. You now, because of that, go and be carrying woman outside and go and be committing adultery. If you do that, you may impregnate another woman. You may carry a terminal disease. You don't do all these things. A strong man has patience with his wife, no matter what the wife does. Are you prepared to take all these shits? Or you think that all these things you are hearing from other families, you are watching on movies or whatever, they are not things that are happening in reality. They are happening in reality, and it may one day meet with you. When it comes to your own time, when it meets you, are you going to throw your wife away? You don't do that. Remain calm. Don't you hear that some wives of other men, they commit adultery? They engage in infidelity. Assuming such a thing happens to you, how prepared are you? If you have not prepared your mind, start now to prepare your mind against all these things. Start now to pray that God should give you wisdom to handle all these things should they happen to you. Start now to admit that those people who are involved in all these things, those men whose their wives are doing all these rugged things, that they are also your fellow human being. It could also happen to you. So when it happens to you, how are you going to handle them? I've told you the best way to handle all these ugly situations from our wives is what? Remain calm, remain motionless, remain inactive. Don't talk. Don't talk. In our local parlance, do like mumu. And that will make you to be the strongest man. Because should you take any action and send her out of your house, she will go out and learn more terrible things. Calm down. Give time, little time. Talk to her. Talk senses into her brain. If she continues, there will be a time you involve her parents, her siblings, or her friends. But before then, keep talking to her. Don't rush to report her to anyone. Try and know what is going on. Is she reacting to a particular thing? You know, sometimes women can communicate by reacting to certain things they have wanted to stop in us. Maybe there is something in you that they want it to stop. Instead of them to tell you, they will not be reacting by expressing anger in a very aggressive way, tying you up, beating you, or denying you of sex, denying you of food. So when that happens, try and know, is she reacting to anything? So prepare to know how you handle all these things when it comes. Thank you very much. Make sure you have not, if you are new to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Have a nice day and ensure you practice all these things. Thank you.